want to be inspired, motivated, and learn why self-identity is the key to prosperity, stay tuned. Hello, everyone. Today, we're talking about how self-identity is the key. Unlock the door, the key to prosperity. As we get into our topic today, I want to first define for you our term that we're going to be using throughout this video, which is self-identity. I'm going to give you the textbook definition, but I'm going to give you my own first. It is the inner knowing that you are it. You know who you are. You're not swayed by popular opinion. And within self, you have an awareness that is beyond human understanding. You just know who you are and you wear it. You don't put on a facade. You are clear on your self-identity. Now, the textbook definition of self-identity is this. Now, I will look off to the side occasionally because I have a few gems to drop off to you today. I took some notes, okay? Self-identity, in the textbook definition, is the recognition of one's potential and qualities as an individual. Did you hear what I just said? The recognition, you see, you recognize it, you understand that you have potential and qualities within yourself that no man, no anything this world cannot take away from you. You are in tune with who you are. Now, on the other flip side of that, there are people who have self-identity amnesia, running around, should I say, not knowing who you are and where you are going. This is connected to all the other videos that I have shared with you. But what distinguishes this video from all the others is that the one little finite ingredient you must mix in with the destination, the destiny, the self-worth, the values, the principles, the morals, the right choices you make in your life is self-identity. Is almost that holds the key to your cake coming out, the self-identity cake coming out perfecto. It's self-identity. And people walk around having amnesia about not understanding who they are. Now, before we jump into getting into the nitty-gritty of self-identity, I want to share with you a key mental health statistic that came out in recent years about protective factors, simply meaning what protects African American youth from suicide. And it was that they have ethnic identity. They understand and know where they're coming from. They understand their ancestors who came before them, who walked before them. So just think about it. If for African American kids, youth, that they could be protected against suicide by knowing and having ethnic identity, imagine what you could do if you knew your own self-identity, how you could go leaps and bounds in your life beyond the mountaintop, beyond the stars, to different galaxies, because you understand and know your self-identity. Okay? Now I'm gonna tell you what inspired me about this topic today. I did watch a TED Talk. However, it was mixed with this book by Joyce Myers. Yes, I mentioned her a couple of times because she is dope. It's called Healing the Soul of a Woman. And on page 80 through 83, that's how you can tell I still got many pages to go in the book, but this is where I'm at this point. I'm about to get started the next chapter. But pages 80 through 83, she said and talked about self-rejection, how that is the underlying and undoing of many, it corrodes the soul, how many people are self-rejecting who they are and never getting to any place in their life because they can't come to a place of self-accepting, self-love, self-understanding, and knowing who they are within their souls and not allowing society to flip the script on them and let them become somebody else different. You are connected and inner knowing of who you are. Okay, get this book. Powerful. Okay. To me, I don't know about you, not having self-identity is a lack of discipline. I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of the times, okay, I need to be doing my affirmations. Okay, I need to be in my Bible. Okay, I need to be exercising. Okay, I need to make sure I go to bed at a decent hour. I need to cut back on the drinking. I need to meet these deadlines. But all these things This is the part of, because some people, their careers are wrapped in their self-identity. For some people, the quality of the life that they have, their health is wrapped up into what their self-identity is. And it begins to unravel because you're not disciplined in your principles, morals, and values and the things that you want to do in your life to get to the next level. My life, last video I said the same thing, similar. My life changed the day I became disciplined. And I'm going to do a video about discipline, but for right now, we're going to stick with self-identity. But to me, no self-identity is no discipline, period. And I told you about the protective factors for Black youth against suicide. A lot of people walk around, it can be unintentional, right? Can you tell me who I am, sir? Like ask somebody what the directions is to the nearest grocery store. How do I, bust a left and you make a pit stop at delusion, make a pit stop at self-neglect, make a pit stop at the pits of hell because you sitting around asking somebody else to tell you who you are and how you identify as who you are. You don't need anybody else to tell you who you are. Stop looking for other people to answer the question, and you get on your own quest to learn and believe in who you are supposed to be on this earth. And even in your afterlife, who am I? Who did God put me on this earth to be? What is my self-identity? Besides being Black, besides being African American, besides being Caucasian, Hispanic, all the other races, besides being a woman, a man, they, them, non-pronoun, whatever it is, there are other aspects of your self-identity. Who are you at the end of the day when you sit naked in front of the mirror? What is your self-identity? And I'm going to share with you my self-identity later. But stop going around asking people, can you tell me who I am, sir? What's the directions to who I'm supposed to be? Nobody else can tell you your self-identity. You have to answer that question for yourself to get to prosperity. Stay with me, okay? Like, bro, who am I? Bro, no, stop. You know who you are because you've gone on the quest. You seek it out. Learn who you are. Learn your self-identity, what defines you. Okay, I'm going to get to you now where I'm going to be about, let me tell you who I am. And I will hope that you say in the comments to yourself, in the mirror, in your soul, who you are. This is who I am. I am a child of God. I am loved. I am capable. I am enough. I am saved. I am a human being. I am a survivor. I am a steward over my life. These are some of the things that I am. Who are you in your self-identity? A steward is someone who understands and sees and knows that none of this stuff, these possessions, these worldly things are not mine to keep. I am only in this position because God has me here for this moment in time. I understand and in tune to my self-identity. When you do not have your self-identity, you run rampant around on this earth in a circle, not going in a clear, distinct direction, okay? And it's not my self-identity wrapped up in all my trauma from the past, wrapped up in all my bad choices, wrapped up in the mistakes of what was in old relationships and old isms and old ships. None of those matter. Your self-identity is who you are now, distinctly in this moment, not anything of before. In this moment, in very moment, who are you now? Without having to ask anyone else besides God. Having self-identity, which I said in the beginning of this video, leads to prosperity, but it also leads to peace. Trust me when I tell you, you have outward and inner peace when you know what your self-identity is. You're not shaking and you're not stirred. Nothing is unraveling you. You clear. You on your pivot. You shift when you need to and when it's necessary, but you stay on 10 toes always. Self-identity defines the trajectory of your life. Like I said, when you stop asking everybody else the directions of where your self-identity is, and you start looking in the mirror and exactly get the answer back from yourself or your higher power, what happens is you stop running in circles and you get on a clear path to where you're headed, your destiny, your destination. Self-identity is what will sustain you for the rest of your life, okay? Besides that good book of the Bible, your self-identity, if you lose everything, and like I am a witness and a testimony to what happens when you lose everything. But what remains is your self-identity. I never forgot in everything that I had been through, who I was, when I was sleeping on the streets, when I was wiping my ass, with newspaper, when I was begging for change on the side of the street. One of the things that I never forgot was my self-identity. There was many things that I wanted to improve about myself, but the core of my being, I never forgot who I was. Remember that. So what I want to say basically is, imagine if you were to lose, or if you do lose everything, that is what your self-identity is. Think about that. When you're in that mirror, when you're not asking anybody else around you what it is, and you're in tune with your higher power, and you're connected, and you're asking yourself, if I were to lose everything, who am I defined as? When I see with nothing but the clothes on my back, who am I defined as? Not a penny to my name. Who am I within? Okay, I'm gonna leave you with this gem that came to me as I was thinking about this self-identity video. 3 aspects of the self you must possess in order to have sustainable self-identity is this. And this came from the TED Talk. If you want me to link it to you, just let me know. This is 1, self-forgiveness. This was one of my other videos that I talked about a while back about how to have peace in your life. These are the 3 self things you must have. Number 1, self-forgiveness. Stop running around unapologetic of the things you've been through or what happened to you. You cannot go back and change those things, but your ending can be better. I had to go within no one can do it for you. God can't even do it for you. You have to sit there with yourself and just, even if you gotta write down all the SHIT that happened to you, you put yourself through, some of the things you put you through, forgive self. Self-forgiveness is one of the aspects of self that you must have to have self-identity, to have prosperity, to have peace, and to get on the path of your trajectory and your destination in your life. Number 2, self-acceptance, okay? I used to want to have perfect skin. I used to want to have the most banging body, all these things about what I didn't like about myself, lighter skin. You know what? It is what it is. I am who I am. The love of my life, family, friends, whoever comes in my life will have the capacity to love me because I love myself. Will have the wherewithal, the damn gall to understand that this is who I am. You don't like it, keep it pushing. But the person that has to like themselves at the end of the day is you. Okay, so number 1, self-forgiveness. Number 2, self-acceptance. And number 3, this is the big one right here, self-loyalty, okay? It took me a dang near a decade to finally, and I'm not talking about you out here booby trapping other people, or you're not loving on other people, because that's what God says, to love my neighbor. But I'm talking about loyalty to yourself. And the 3 aspects of your self-loyalty must come in your morals, your values, and your principles. People sit up here and they're just loyal to their morals, they're just loyal to their values, and they're just loyal to their principles. Okay, you running around, okay, you start cutting corners. You got to do what you got to do to make ends meet. You sit up here dating men, women, they, them, who don't match up with where you headed in your life. You don't drink, you don't smoke. They out here doing snorting a line of cocaine, and you out here, oh, it's cool because they love me. No, it's not. That's self-sabotage, and you're just loyal to yourself. Remain loyal to yourself to be clear in your self-identity. Always remember that. Okay? Self-identity, as I said in the beginning of the video, is the key to prosperity. Never, ever forget in the deep down in your soul who you truly are. And at the end of the day, if you lose everything, how do you define yourself? It took me losing everything to finally see that my self-identity is not wrapped up in any of those material things. It is me at my core. What no one can change. Be well. Before you go, follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the notification button down below so you can get all my latest YouTube videos. And remember, the only way is up.